Try to remember your earliest memory. Maybe you're standing in a garden, or falling off a bike, or crying at a birthday party. It feels real. It feels like a movie clip stored somewhere in your head, ready to replay. Here's the uncomfortable truth. That memory is probably not what actually happened. And in some cases, it might not have happened at all. For most of human history, we assumed memory works like a camera. Something happens, your brain records it, and later you press play. But neuroscience has completely destroyed this idea. Memory doesn't work like a recording. It works like a reconstruction. Every single time you remember something, your brain is rebuilding it from fragments, not retrieving a fixed file. Think of it like this. Imagine your memory isn't a video saved on a hard drive. It's more like a story your brain rewrites from scratch every time you tell it, using old notes, guesses, and whatever information is available at that moment. And each time you rebuild it, small details change. You don't notice because the new version feels just as real as the last one. This is called reconstructive memory, and it was first seriously studied by psychologist Frederic Bartlett in the 1930s. He had people read an unfamiliar folk story and then recall it days, weeks, even years later. What he found was strange. People didn't just forget details. They unconsciously added things, changed the order of events, and reshaped the story to make more sense to them. Their brains were filling in gaps with assumptions, not facts. Now apply that to your childhood. Most of your early memories aren't things you remember directly. They're things you've heard about so many times that your brain treats them as memories. A photo you've seen 50 times, a story your parents tell at every family dinner. Over the years, your brain quietly merges the story with an imagined visual, and eventually you remember being there, even in moments you were too young to form real memories at all. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Most humans experience something called childhood amnesia, the inability to recall memories from before roughly age 3 or 4. Your brain, during those early years, hasn't fully developed the hippocampus, the region responsible for converting short-term experiences into long-term storage. So biologically, those memories you have from age 2 or 3, they're very likely reconstructions, built later from photos, videos, or family retellings, not stored in real time. This is why two siblings can argue for years about who really did what in the same childhood memory, because neither of them is remembering the actual event. They're both remembering their own reconstructed version of it, shaped by their own emotions, assumptions, and the stories they've heard since. And it's not just childhood. This reconstructive nature affects memory throughout your entire life. Every time you recall an event, you're not accessing the original memory. You're accessing the last version you remembered, plus a few new distortions layered on top. Which means memories can actually change every time you think about them. This isn't a flaw exclusive to a few people with bad memory. It's how every human brain works. Which raises a genuinely unsettling question. If your brain can rewrite a memory without telling you, how do you know which of your memories are even real? If this made you question even one memory you thought was rock solid, that's exactly the point, and it's only going to get stranger. In the next part, we're going deep into the actual experiments where scientists intentionally implanted fake memories into people's minds. Memories so convincing that people cried describing events that never happened. If you want part 2 the moment it's out, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel is all about questions like this, the ones that quietly rewire how you see your own mind. And drop a comment. What's one childhood memory you're now not so sure actually happened? I'll read through them before making part 2. See you in the next one.